Good morning. Mackenzie Johnston with Tri-State Livestock News, bringing you your Wednesday morning headlines concerning fair cattle markets. Sponsored by Sandhills Beef Company out of Mullen, Nebraska. Eat like a rancher. America First means buying directly from the producer. Be the change. To learn about everything Sandhills Beef Company has to offer, head on over to their website, sandhillsbeefco.com. Also sponsored by RCAF USA, fighting for independent American cattle producers. The RCAF rollover fundraiser that was scheduled at Bassett Livestock today has been postponed to next Wednesday, February 24th. If you'd like some more information on that, again, you can call Bassett Livestock Auction, or you can go ahead and call Karina Jones at 308-760-3466. According to CBS News, Bill Gates was recently featured on a 60 Minutes special as he was talking about climate change. Bill Gates has spent the last several decades investing about $2 billion in some of the world's toughest problems: global poverty, disease, and the coronavirus pandemic. Gates has now turned his focus to climate change. Along with the majority of scientists, Gates believes that if something isn't done about climate change, a climate disaster will soon occur. Nonetheless, he thinks it is possible to avoid this disaster through scientific breakthroughs, technological innovations, and global cooperation within the next 30 years. Innovations will have to be found for every aspect of modern life: manufacturing, agriculture, and transport, because all of those things release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. According to Gates, the United States must lead the world getting to zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050. He fully supports President Biden's decision to rejoin the Paris Climate Agreement. He would like to see the current administration increase their budget for climate and clean energy research to $35 billion a year. Gates has already invested $2 billion in new green technology and plans to spend several billion more. Gates invested in both Impossible Foods and Beyond Meat because cows account for approximately 4% of all greenhouse gases, he stated. He would like to see meat consumption move away from traditional meat and instead be mostly plant-based meat substitutes. But with that comes the issue that farming practices emit gases to grow the vegetables. So Gates, to counteract this, he has invested in a company that has created an entirely new food source. This company is called Nature's Find, and it uses fungus to create sausage and yogurt. So with that news, that leads me into my next story. Sky News has reported that while speaking to the MIT Technology Review magazine, Bill Gates said that all rich countries should be consuming 100% synthetic beef. Gates believes that livestock poses a very difficult problem when it comes to climate change. He stated that people can get used to the different taste of synthetic beef instead of traditional beef. And according to the synthetic beef companies, they plan to make the fake meat taste even better as time goes on. Gates would like to see regulation put in place to totally shift demand to synthetic beef. Bill Gates wants to put regulation on the citizens of the United States to regulate what they consume. He said that there are a pile of legislative bills that are calling for synthetic beef to be basically labeled as lab garbage in order to be sold. Gates sees nothing wrong with labeling synthetic beef as beef. The Beef Read reported yesterday that the dangerous cold that has stretched all the way down to the Gulf Coast has maxed out demand on electricity. Due to this, some of the packing plants in Texas and Kansas are being forced to cancel operations for a few days. Monday's slaughter was estimated at 92,000 head, down from 114,000 head the last week on the same day. Tuesday's slaughter is expected to be somewhat around that 92,000 head mark, yesterday's slaughter. Reduced slaughter will contribute to cutout prices continuing to climb as they are already at historical highs. 1 year ago this week, the choice cutout averaged $207 per hundredweight. By the end of the day on Tuesday, yesterday, choice was at $234.77 per hundredweight. Packer margins have been above $300 per head for the last 3 weeks, and they will most likely see profit margins around the same mark, right around $300 again this week. According to National Beef Wire, choice box beef ended the day at $234.77 yesterday. That was up $2.33. Select box beef ended the day at $222.03, and that was up 62 cents. That is all I have for you guys this morning. I hope everyone is staying warm as usual. Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.